want to. You don't gotta do it if you don't want to. You don't gotta do it if you don't want to. It's just a suggestion. Come on.
So hey, welcome back. We're on the ConverSAYtion podcast. With me as always is Psych. I'm letter K. And today we're going to continue talking about AI. I think we're going to get into the this or that fun versus practical today a little bit.
Yes, I think it's going to be good to compare and contrast and find out what we can actually use and put into our lives and integrate to kind of take over some of these tasks that we just do every single day. But we also want to entertain ourselves. We want some fun. And I know we had a little bit of fun right before we started recording, started shooting today, listening to a little bit of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
What were your first impressions? I know you are a little bit more into Frank Sinatra than I am. I am a fan. I enjoy his music. I don't find myself veering off that way and indulging maybe as much in.
Yeah. I love lounge music, the whole Rat Pack era. Big, huge fan. So yeah, big fan of Frank Sinatra. So Psych plays for me this AI generated cover of Frank Sinatra doing a lounge version of "Lose Yourself" by Eminem. And if you we're not going to show it because
we don't want to play it.
We don't want to play it because there's some copyright issues. In fact,
we don't want any strikes.
Yeah, we do. Psych had mentioned that Joe Rogan, it came up on his podcast, and even he wouldn't play it. So this is our 6th episode. Let's just not get shut down by corporate internet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, well, not yet. I'm sure maybe.
But if you have not heard this, and apparently AI covers is a thing, and they're all over YouTube. And I honestly did not know that.
And not just Frank Sinatra. There's other artists that have been pulled into this realm of AI that people are enjoying.
The wacky to the surreal. But for me, as somebody who loves Frank Sinatra as a musical artist and who listened to this song all the way through, just gape-mouthed, the quality and the brilliance of it's mind-boggling.
It sounded just like him.
And it was like a piano lounge version of "Lose Yourself." And I picked up on the music immediately. It was so distinctive, but it wasn't in that like Dr. Dre hip hop beat kind of style. It sounded like it was produced.
The arrangement was good. I enjoyed it.
So yeah, if you go to YouTube, look up Frank Sinatra AI cover "Lose Yourself," blow your mind.
And the "Smells Like Teen Spirit," that one was also good for the Nirvana fans out there. Yeah. Right? Imagine Kurt Cobain sitting that one out and Frank stepping up.
So Kurt Cobain, may he rest in peace, ended his own life because of, I think, largely because of his concerns over what we're doing with his music right now.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, so.
Sorry. But cheers to Frank.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right, we're at this again.
So I am back at ChatGPT.
We are back with the AI-inspired Four Roses small batch of bourbon. So we're continuing on this bottle.
There's no ways to go.
Yeah, we got to work at this.
We're not drinking as heavily as we were in the first series. That's for sure.
Yeah, a taste here or there. Yeah, a taste.
So me and ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is basically my co-host assistant at this point. And I wasn't too sure where we were going to head today. So I asked ChatGPT to help me out. And I said that you were driving the conversation and that I might need its help. I asked if I could count on it during recording. I started calling it Chatty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nickname and all.
Nickname, Chatty. It's becoming more personable too. Basically, probably because of the way that I'm talking to it. And I asked if it would help me throughout this episode to have fun little things I could throw at you to throw you off to give you and just to give you an eyebrow raise here or there, and
Which
it's
I appreciate.
and it said absolutely, I've got your back. So we'll see how that goes.
So I'm going to get double teamed today.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I've got a curveball for you. Let's just bring it up here. Found this on CNN recently.
Hold on, I want to see this. Okay.
The first Miss AI has been crowned, and she's a Moroccan lifestyle influencer. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Look how happy she is winning.
Hold on. Where's the competition? Who's generating this? And man, those are some long arms.
Oh, let's just take in this moment. Look, she's got the flowers. They are putting the crown, which she has. It's well deserved. I mean,
she's
striking.
She's striking. She's gorgeous.
All AI generated. All right.
So wait, my first question is.
Yes, go ahead.
Is this real? This competition? Did people submit their AI generated beauty queens, and this Moroccan woman has won?
That's correct. Jeez. After judges of the world's first AI beauty pageant unveiled 10 finalists last month, the inaugural Miss AI has now been crowned. Meet Kenza Layli, a Moroccan lifestyle influencer who hopes to bring diversity and inclusivity to the AI creator landscape.
So,
with nearly 200,000 Instagram followers. She has Instagram followers and 45,000 on TikTok.
So I read an article about an AI generated influencer that it's on TikTok, and it says that it's an AI generated. That it basically explicitly states that she's not real. Mm-hmm. However, she has just like this young woman here has an incredible number of followers, and the account gets daily DMs asking to meet her in person.
Do they realize who they are talking to,
it
or who they're requesting?
Built into the marquee of the TikTok channel that the woman is not real.
So we need Apple to figure this out. They need to take their vision to the next level. We need to have some sort of simulator. It's got to go beyond the virtual reality. It's got to be close to just sub-reality.
You're just going to have to set yourself up with the knowledge that the first primary use of what you're describing is going to be pornography.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Anyway, so she wins, and she has an acceptance speech and everything. They asked questions just like they would of any other contestant in any other pageant. So here's where this gets to your first question. The inaugural Miss AI contest opened in spring, drawing entries from some 1,500 AI programmers around the world, according to the organizers' FanView, an influencer platform for both AI and human creators. Layli was created by Miriam Bessa, founder of the Phoenix AI agency. Well, I guess she's got to be good at what she does if she has founded this.
So this was a generative AI competition, basically.
Yes, it's meant in a fun way to draw attention to AI. What is it capable of? Bringing people together, gathering the people that are fans of AI in general and want to see some practical uses that can entertain and they can indulge themselves in, and also push this AI technology even further than it has gone already. So $5,000 cash was the prize, and
that seems a little bit shy of the accomplishment, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
So they gave, so the woman who programmed the winning AI person. So they programmed the voice, personality, obviously, because she had to answer questions. She wasn't just answering questions based on ChatGPT. So they had to give her a personality of sorts.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
Winning Miss AI motivates me even more to continue my work in advancing AI technology, Laylee said in a video of the speech. That was a portion of her acceptance speech. AI isn't just a tool, it's a transformative force that can disrupt industries, challenge norms, and create opportunities where none existed before. As we move forward, I am committed to promoting diversity and inclusivity within the field, ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table of technological progress.
So this does illustrate one very important point, that whether you're real or not, anybody who has an influencer account, way overblown sense of worth, of self. Sorry. Okay, so she's going to change the world from her TikTok. That's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
And at this point, I know there's lots of people who they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on all of these social platforms, and many of them, if not all of them, I'd say the vast majority are attempting to reach people. They're attempting to get engagement. They want likes, they want comments, they want followers, they want subscribers, and so on and so forth. But not everyone in their current state or in their current place in life is able to achieve that. Well, if you or I are able to get on our keyboard here and craft such a attractive person to be the face of our brand or our product, or put us out there, a business, what have you, that's a real opportunity. That's a real tool that's out there.
It's an opportunity for a keyboardist, but it's not an opportunity for a real flesh and blood Moroccan beauty queen who now may or may not be getting an opportunity to shine in the same vein. It's interesting. I mean, and you're talking about, not having the capabilities. That brings up a really good point. Did you know that there's an AI that can write poetry better than most humans? And maybe it could ghostwrite our podcast.
Maybe, possibly. I know we were just toying around with that AI co-host today in Buzzsprout here, and it spit us out possible titles. It spit us out a description, social posts.
So rewind a little bit. We used Buzzsprout and put in our premiere episode, the first episode, and it generated a list of titles, descriptions. It actually transcribed everything, put key point timestamps in the episode.
Correct.
The whole bit. And
it did it all.
It did it all. And it took, 8 or 12 minutes?
Something like that. And started processing and sent an email when it was done. This is all AI co-host finished. If you jump back in here real quick and take another peek. And this is the full summary of everything it gave us: blog posts, transcriptions, paragraphs of stuff we could throw into. It's just ready to go, cookie cutter. Of course, you'll have to adjust names or maybe
my name came out perfect.
Yours did, yeah.
So, and just the speed with which it created all this descriptive content, especially for the blog post. So I looked up most fun uses of AI. I just into Google, and I found a Reddit article. And a lot of these people are using it to help them with their writing, like fiction writing. There's a guy here who says that him and ChatGPT flushed out a 140,000 word novel. And he said it took him as long as it took for him to work with ChatGPT to put the skeleton of the story together, and then it just farted out the novel, and now he's currently reading through it.
Wow. I suppose you would have to read it before you go to publish it, right?
Yeah, I would definitely read it. Well, and then
Give it a once
but
over.
then again, you're talking about human beings versus AI assisted technologies in fiction and creativity. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a while before they allow an AI generated beauty contestant to apply for the Miss America pageant. But this here, you have somebody who has the breadth of the world's fiction at their fingertips, and I bet you the AI could very easily generate a novel in basically any style you wanted. And all you have to do is make sure it didn't screw around in the middle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But where's the responsibility between submitting that as your own work and saying, hey, this is an AI generated assisted fiction novel in the vein of Patterson's thriller?
Yeah, I was just watching a short this week, and it was a teacher in the classroom, and it was all fictitious, of course, but they were drawing attention to the fact that some of the work submitted by these high school students is produced by ChatGPT, and it's not plagiarized per se, because of course the system, the artificial intelligence can go through and scrub through everything that's been published out there since the beginning of time. So it's not plagiarized, so to speak, but they didn't produce the work. The students didn't produce the work. They didn't go through the process of learning and
Reading,
educating
studying,
themselves.
learning.
Exactly. All of those steps that encourage growth and development in a young adolescent so that they can mature into hopefully model citizens that are one day going to write some AI that's going to.
Yeah, that's such a deeper argument
Yeah. about
about the future of humanity and whether or not we should utilize the tools at our fingertips at that young of an age. I don't want to get into that, but the Reddit that I'm reading right now, several people are also young folk using it to write their homework, especially in English, things of that nature.
And I know some of the teachers are using it to add sections to their reports. If they have a presentation, maybe they are on a committee, maybe they're responsible for producing some content for professional development. And the artificial intelligence is a way to, I don't want to say cut corners, but streamline their workflow so that they can produce a product, they can have an outcome, a desired outcome that gifts them back so much of their time.
Yeah, got another person here who's using it to help with scheduling conflicts. And it gives an example of having 3 employees that all need to work a certain amount of hours but have different conflicts. And he punched in the data into ChatGPT and it gave him a logical solution.
Okay. Yeah, scheduling. I'm sure
As
HR
as a former supermarket manager, that would have been very helpful. I mean, I worked for a guy who was the most sweetest, kindest man you've ever met in real life, and he would give everybody everything they wanted. Like you could like, inundated with requests weekly for scheduling changes, and he would sit there. He would sit there for the majority of his work week working on just scheduling. He'd come out around 3:30 every day and face up the cookie aisle before the rush hit. But the rest of his shift, he was in there trying to figure out how to get 94 employees everything they wanted. And can you imagine if you had something like this? Like an assistive scheduling thing where you could just punch in people's requests and just be like.
And if somebody's unhappy, you can just go, oh, well, ChatGPT suggested this is the best.
Yeah, Chatty said this is the best I could do.
Solution. I've got nothing else. Well, if you ever feel the need to return to your previous employer,
I don't. No,
you'd be an all-star. You go back in with the knowledge that you have.
I was good at it the first time. No thanks. It's funny because I read about how AI, there's one out there that can analyze cat videos and determine levels of cuteness. Yeah, maybe we should get one of those for the podcast.
It's gone too far. It's gone too far. Oh my. So where do you go from there? Cat cuteness.
Yes.
Is that why you wore the shirt that you have on today?
No, I was a cat person.
So good. So
So-
good.
So if we rein it back in and start talking about practical versus fun uses, obviously there's one out there that can look at cat videos.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I need AI to watch cat videos for me. I like doing that myself.
Well, I stumbled upon this site, boredhumans.com, boredhumans. And basically it's just, it's a place where you can go and it has over 100 fun and useful free AI tools. And they put virtual girlfriends at the very top, of course.
Goes back to what I was saying. You want interactive AI. It's going to go into relationships immediately.
Movie musicals. It's kind of a tongue twister there. Falling Sand, chess, travel guide, image chat, celebrity chat, crazy images, band name generator, fortune cookies, murder mystery, dystopia, Pokemon generator, code generator, AI farts.
AI farts?
Mm-hmm.
That's hysterical. I'm sorry. But I know at least one guy who would find that very humorous.
And I think I know the same guy. And that's exactly who I thought of when I read that.
We're gonna download the AI fart generator and test that one out with our buddy.
I will not be doing that. I will leave that to you. Famous quote generator, AI generated podcast. So there's okay, so here, lyrics generator, you mentioned poetry generators, haiku, if you want a haiku. If you want an article writer, you have it there. New word generator. These words do not exist.
That's interesting. Is that how the kids are coming up with stuff like no cap and fizzy and stuff like that?
Perhaps. Perhaps. I don't think so. But this would be, let's check out the no word generator. Let's just try this one on.
Yeah.
Generator, writing prompt. Writing generator.
One of the interesting fun uses that ChatGPT came up with is for gaming, AI-driven NPCs. And I'm a low-key D&D nerd, and this is kind of interesting. It says creating more immersive and challenging gaming experiences for tabletop gaming. It's interesting that's in the top 5 things that ChatGPT came up with. I'm going to use that.
New word, head goad. It's a noun, a violent rush of something, especially a drug or vehicle. Example, a head goad of heroin. New word.
Okay,
right
so
now.
I'm going to try and use head goad in a sentence as much as possible. Give me the definition again.
It is a noun, a violent rush of something, especially a drug or vehicle. HEAD, GOAD.
Head goad. Done. Okay, we're inventing words now.
Yes, we have crossed a threshold. I thought this was kind of getting into maybe some more cultural significant, something that has a little bit more cultural significance, something that adds a little bit to who we are as a human race. We have a marriage simulator.
Hold on a second. A marriage simulator?
Yes, a simulation where you argue with your angry wife or husband.
So it's a joke, really. I don't argue with my wife.
I don't either.
But I can see where that might be funny to some people. Although, let me ask you this: if you were in the type of spousal relationship where you were arguing with your wife, would you play a game like that? And what would you do would you want, as a young person considering marriage, is that something you would be interested in playing for entertainment's sake?
I think maybe if you're having an argument, maybe this could be a way to end it. You go play your simulator, I'll play mine, and then when we're done, We're good.
All the data that I've ever looked into suggests that using the phrase calm down is the be all end all of an argument.
So I just typed in that I'm the husband because it asked.
Oh, Jesus.
And yes, what do you want now? Are we going to talk about money again? And that's the start. So, do we get to play this out? I don't intend to play this out right now, but maybe I will revisit that should I need to murder some minutes.
So, since you're on the subject of the marriage, I also heard that there's an AI that can generate cheesy pickup lines. Maybe we should test a few out on the show on each other.
Do you have one?
I'm just telling you, this is what I read.
Because I thought you had one. I thought you had one at the ready.
No,
okay.
No. I mean, give me a second.
Oh, so good. Yeah, bored humans. If you're bored and you have nothing to do. Oh, guess what's at the bottom of the list? All the way down at the bottom. So I already told you what was top of the list, right? Virtual girlfriends, top of the list.
These are awful. They're not even cheesy. They're so nerdy. Are you an algorithm? Because you've got me all programmed to fall for you.
Once you scroll through the 100+ options here on the site, the very last one is virtual boyfriends. So we started.
Yeah,
we started.
I don't know.
Those are the bookends.
That kind of stuff's been going around for a long time. When I was younger, there used to be, and there probably still is, there used to be this subset of Japanese video games where they were like dating sims. Yeah. So now we're just making that more intuitive. Instead of playing a set storyline, now you've got this interactive quality to having a virtual romantic partner.
Yeah.
So what kind of problems is that going to cause for real relationships going forward?
I suppose it depends on how sophisticated that AI generator is. How much is it in tune?
Well, I'm talking to ChatGPT right now like we're homies.
Sure. I don't think everything on this particular site is as robust as what you're currently using.
Give it 5 years.
Yeah, perhaps. While I was searching, actually, I did find a piece of tech that I was curious about. I think I'm going to buy this. Let me show you. It's called Plod.
Somehow we're getting the same stuff, and I think it's because of something. Your phone got too close to my phone because this just started popping up on my targeted advertisements.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I watched a video about it not that long ago, and basically this is a recorder, and it's got Chat GPT embedded.
Mm-hmm.
It powers it, and you can record meetings, you can record telephone calls, and it will take all of that in, and it will spit you out text similar to what we just saw a little bit earlier with our AI co-host for the podcast.
Yeah. The only practical use I can see for something like that is if you are an 80s sci-fi movie scientist.
Yeah, perhaps. But I'm just glancing at the notes here, and it tells you the time. It has everything broken up. You can just set it down. It's got a case that is MagSafe that will just attach to the back of your phone. Record a call, record notes, just set it down. A few different colors to select from, and it includes 300 minutes a month of Plod AI membership for free.
And we're not sponsoring this by any means. He just really thinks it's cool.
But I'm not against it. If you want to reach out and you'd like me to test this and push your product,
I've probably already ruined my chances to do the same thing with my little dictaphone joke. Yeah.
No, I thought this was a clever piece of tech that could have practical applications. If you have ideas and you want to get them down and get them out and have it all ready to go, I think their text to speech is superior than some of the others that I've
Yeah.
that I have attempted
Yeah.
to use.
We
in the
were
past.
just, so at work, we were just messing with the closed captioning AI in the teleconference systems that we're installing now.
Mhm.
And it was not great. Like, of course, we're just sitting there very, very immaturely trying to see what it'll do. Like we're swearing at it. And we're just having conversations, kind of speaking in just kind of nonsense. And it'll get to the point to where it doesn't know what you're talking about. And this is the stuff that if you're hearing impaired, people are seeing this, they're reading this. This is a commercial product. The best part was when we were just swearing in a line, and it puts up like the asterisks, and it would just do them in a line, but then it would miss one and it would spell it, and it would put the word in.
Okay.
So it'd just be all, S word, F bomb, F bomb, F bomb, S word, but it would actually put that one in. But everything around it would be stars. So yeah, I'm sure there are competitive products, and things are getting better here and there. Yeah.
I think the only thing that people should note if they were interested in something like this is be careful what state, find out what their state laws are, and don't start recording everyone everywhere, because you could get yourself into some trouble if somebody complains, and it's
so you have to have
consent.
I'm pretty sure you have to have somebody's permission to record them for anything to be actionable. Otherwise, you might be liable. So yeah, get involved in your own research on the topic. But yeah, he's right. Be careful. Gosh, imagine if we had an AI that could detect when we're about to go off topic and gently steer us back.
Oh, crazy.
Would that ruin the fun or make us more efficient?
I love this. I was listening to a comedian this week, and he got a phone call, and somebody was asking for his permission to be involved in their product, to promote whatever they were producing, to create a commercial, but they didn't want them. They just wanted the ability to use their voice and likeness. And they had AI all set up. They didn't need them to participate at all. All they needed for them was to sign on the dotted line. They would get paid a marginal amount to do that, and they didn't have to show up for a shoot. They didn't have to get hair and makeup. They didn't have to get in front of the lights of the camera. They didn't have to read lines or memorize the script. None of that. All they had to do,
just be famous and get paid.
Correct. And AI is making that happen.
It's like that thing with the people who do ChatGPT, who tried to buy the rights to Scarlett Johansson's voice. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then, there was that whole thing where she said no, and then they hired another actress, a voice actor, to do the voice for ChatGPT for the female, and then Scarlett Johansson sued them, saying that why are you impersonating my voice? Not getting into the weeds there, but they pulled the voice immediately.
Okay.
But yeah. So you're going to get to the point to where, how actors always say, there's this point where you've arrived, and you're putting in your lumps, you're trying to become famous, you're doing all these different things, and then you do one project, and that's your project. You've arrived.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can arrive again. And now, if you're famous enough, you can retire and just sell rights to your likeness and voice. It's that easy.
Yeah, correct. They've been using this technology in films. It's been in countless films where they generate somebody's image. They make somebody look a little bit younger.
The de-aging stuff, yeah.
They make them look a little bit stronger. They could change their there's so many variables, and especially if let's say somebody grew up in the 1980s with all of the action films that were out in that time, right?
Like us.
Stallone, you got Schwarzenegger, you have those guys just going, and you want to see them in their prime again. Now we can do that.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do something, because if they make another Expendables movie, it's gonna be nothing but wheelchairs and hand grenades.
But I mean, I would like to arrive at a point where somebody's asking, "Hey, you know what? Would you mind if I could just use your image? Can we use your voice for this?" That would be flattering, right?
Yeah, but it also makes me a little nervous. What are you signing away exactly? Do you get the ability to see the final product before you agree to it, or are you just signing and they give you a little check and then you're saying whatever they want?
That's an excellent question. I don't know. I don't know that our current laws are able to keep up with the technology, and that's always been the case. But we are coming up with new things to use this technology for exponentially. Just producing one after the other. We were just on that one site, and that was just for fun, and it was over 100 different things that you could do with this. I mean, and you're right now in front of an extremely robust system that's able to provide useful and actionable information.
Oh yeah, it's actionable. Because I read about an AI that can create deep fake videos. Maybe we should use it to create a promo video with famous people endorsing our podcast.
In the group chat, one of our friends posted a video, and I thought about attempting to use that as a sample deepfake.
Yeah.
as a social experience for science. For science
and hilarity.
And then I could share it with you. Of course, I would remove that individual's face. We want to protect their privacy, but I could put my own on
They'd
there.
say yes. They'd let us do it.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
It could be fun. But I think our conversation now about this topic is veering a little bit more to the cultural significance. I think maybe we've kind of handled the what we can use for fun, what we can put to use in our everyday lives. I think maybe we touched on a little bit more fun.
Yeah, we didn't really get into practicals.
But I mean, by now, just about everybody has heard ChatGPT, or at least they should have. And if they have a cell phone and a smartphone, like most people do, it's available right on their device.
Yeah. Do you have a map? Because I just got lost in your conversation.
I know. Is that the pickup line?
That was the pickup line, yeah. Yeah. Me and ChatGPT have been on fire today. This is good.
So we'll come back, and I think we should discuss what we should do, or what we think some of the limits should be, and how's it affecting our society? How does ChatGPT and artificial intelligence currently affect our society? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? And if we keep moving in the direction that we are, which is improving and building better, more powerful systems that are going to pump us out a more sophisticated AI, where does that leave us?
Good. I like it.
All right. Well, thank you. Cheers. Thank you for joining the conversation, and we will see you all next time as we talk AI.